Yo, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you believe in heaven and hell?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. Do you believe in like a creator?
I don't know.
Interesting. Are you are you trying to like learn and like potentially
Yeah, a
find
little
out?
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think like it just makes sense that there's a creator because like the universe couldn't just appear, right?
Well, like it does, but it also doesn't.
Really? How so?
Like I could understand like that, you know, there's just like a chain reaction of things that could happen and then the Big Bang, right?
Okay.
But like also that seems like everything has to line up perfectly for that to happen.
Yeah.
But like also so like then in that sense like a creator or a god would make more sense, but like also like sometimes that just seems like that's just crazy. Like if that's true, that's insane. And I hope that there is a heaven, right? But like sometimes that's just like crazy. Like to me, like if that's true, like one person has all that power, right? Like a higher being has all that power, and he made everything. Like that just seems like too much to me, you know?
Yeah, I don't think the Big Bang doesn't actually disprove God because the Big Bang still needed a source,
Exactly.
right? And like all like the molecules or whatever, like it all had to be created, right? So
Yeah.
I think it does make sense that there is a higher power. I'm not gonna lie, because like the order and design, like you mentioned, it's just so like precise. Everything.
Yeah.
Our DNA,
Everything has to line up
our
perfectly.
DNA is all unique. Like we don't have the same DNA. We don't share it. So it's like, it'd be crazy to think that it's a an accident, or a
Yeah.
coincidence in a way.
It's
But
crazy.
like, did you grow up into like a religion or no?
No.
No. Have you ever like looked into it?
I've gone to church a couple times.
Or what'd you think about it?
Low key, the church that I went to was just kind of ass. Like I can't even lie, bro. They didn't even really talk about God. They talked about him for like 5 minutes and then just asked for donations and sang songs the rest of the time. So
Corrupt church? Yeah. Yeah. So like so I do think there's a heaven or hell in a sense of like I think there's going to be judgment, and a main reason why I think this is because like our conscious, so like we can differentiate what's right or wrong. A lot of the time we could like agree what's right or wrong, like murder is wrong, giving to the homeless is good, like things like that. We can agree that's wrong. I think that there's a creator that implemented that conscious into us, and I think and he's like the creator, so we go based off his standard of good or bad because it is
yeah,
subjective to everyone in a way. So like his standard of good and bad, like we have to follow him because he's the creator. And I do think he created some sort of expectation for his like world and his creation, right? And that's like why there is a concept of good or bad that he has to judge us on. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Have you heard of like the term like sin?
yeah,
Do you know like what that means?
yeah,
Yeah, so like it's like a rebellious act against God, like doing what God doesn't
yes,
want. So I do believe we've all sinned and we're all like guilty because we've sinned. So I think logically we if we were to like if God were to judge us, we would be guilty, we would go to hell. Logically, if that would just make sense if he was a just God, right?
yeah,
He was just a God of justice. So since we're guilty, God we need forgiveness from God to actually get to heaven because we're
yeah,
guilty. If God is fair, he's going to have to punish us. But if he forgives us, then we don't get punished.
yeah.
So I think God gives us a specific way to get forgiveness. I don't think everyone can just get forgiveness. And I do believe
I
it. What's up?
I said I agree.
Yeah. So I think God actually forgave us. The way he gave us forgiveness is by allowing someone else to take our punishment on our behalf. That makes sense because if someone takes all of your punishment, how much punishment is left for you?
None.
Exactly. So it's either this person takes the punishment for you or we take the punishment for our sins. Do you know? And it actually has to be someone perfect. Do you know someone in history who's perfect?
Jesus.
Exactly. So that's why Jesus, when he died on the cross, his purpose and his motive was to take all the sins of the world. And like, if you put your trust into him, that's his gift to the world. Like that's God's gift. You get to get the gift of heaven because you put your faith in me. Because
Yeah,
we're guilty. We deserve hell, but God is grace. He gave us. He's
yeah,
great, a God full of grace. So I think that is forgiveness. and I think it's it makes the most sense logically because justice is satisfied with Jesus taking the punishment, and God is all loving doing that. So it's like it fits in both. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
makes sense.
yeah. So like a lot of the time, like there's other religions, they tell you like, oh, you got to do good, you got to do more good to get to heaven, right? Oh, you got to make your way to God, but that there's a problem with that. We've done sin. Does if you do 10 good things tomorrow, does that remove the 10 bad things you did the day before? Exactly.
Nah.
God can't just forget about that. He needs to be just. So it just logically makes sense to me.
Yeah, like that does make sense.
Yeah. So like, would you guys be interested into like reading into it more?
Yeah, I have the Bible in my house.
Bro, have you read it like a lot or not really?
I've read a couple pages, not too much. I don't really have time.
I would say you don't start from the beginning of the Bible. I would say you
Okay.
start in the New Testament because that's where like Jesus comes apart. So like
Okay.
start in like Book of John because like you really understand more deeply about what I was saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say it's based on faith. It's not based on works because we're guilty. So
All right.
all right, so just
Appreciate it.
look into that and have a good one. God bless.
You too.